I have a couple of like number stats that I think are really interesting just in hearing from like where things started to now.
Yeah.
Do you know how many classes it takes for like on average to earn a BA in theater? It's between like 12 and 15.
Huh.
Do you know how many classes ICDT is offering this semester alone? Just in the spring?
Okay. I should know this number. I'm probably really off because I was looking at last year. I'm going to say 17. 33.
You are so close. You are so close. It is 32 on the dot.
Okay.
We have 32 classes, which is like 2 college degrees.
Right.
And
Right.
it's like, which is crazy, right? Because I feel like we're also like, some of us are like freshly out of college, or like all of our teaching happened with like undergraduate students in some capacity. So we're like kind of just doing what we learned in college.
That's so funny.
For like 8 to 11s, which is like, how do we like distill Meisner so that it's also fun and approachable?
Like
that's I have these are my other fun ones. I looked up all of these this morning and I was very excited. We don't have a fact checker, so but it feels accurate. Do you know how many Broadway performers are currently performing? Like, do you know how many actors are hired by Broadway currently right now, in this season?
Less than how many students we have. Is my
Fewer.
guess.
Fewer.
How many Broadway performers? Oh gosh. I mean, Broadway.
And then name them. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna say like 700.
There are currently, like in the last season, there were 1,000 contracts out, and we are actually, I think the total that I read officially was like 837.
Yeah.
And we are 100 over. So we see more kids than there are currently actors on Broadway, which is wild when you think about like the variety of things that those kids are doing in these classes.
Wow.
And there's like stuff that like I don't like I've never seen like the work the playwriting class does, but like I know that they're happening and I get to see them tomorrow. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Like the improvisers came out of the woodwork this semester. We've got like the guitar people, everybody who's doing private voice, like that's not even counting some of like those smaller groups, right? So like technically, it's like a full blown industry.
Wow.
We have a full
crazy.
industry.
Yeah. No, we're like a small school.
Do you think that is the same size, or like in reference to Diablo Vista Middle School? Do you think we have more or less kids than a full middle school? 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Yeah.
Say,
for the year,
I would say less, but the way you're asking, it sounds like
we have
more.
We have more kids than like I think when I looked up that was the first one that popped up in the school search, but I'm looking through all the different middle schools. We are 200 to 300 students higher than the majority of middle schools in this area.
Oh my gosh.
Which is like we operate.
And how many parking spaces do we have?
Zero. Not a single parking space. It's thank goodness we have that office building.
The office. We have
There's
multiple.
Did you see they spray painted on that sign?
I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
The little driveway.
The driveway that everybody's clamoring to get into. You should see the traffic that comes in and out of that empty lot.
Right.
It's too much. We have 226 students slated to perform in a show just in the spring. Compared to child actors on Broadway, do you know how much bigger that number is?
Ooh, okay. 226 is what
we have 220. I counted individually today.
Wow.
So it's part of my research. I do everything. I do all the research myself.
I love it. I'm gonna say total child actors on Broadway. They're not doing a lot of like kid-centered shows right now.
No,
so
although the Beaches musical's about to come out, and there are 2 young girls who just got cast as the young versions of the characters, and the video's really sweet, actually.
I love that music. Oh my gosh, I'll lose it. That's like a childhood. I'm gonna say there are 30 or fewer than 30
kids on Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because your question, I was gonna say like 176.
That's a good.
Which was answering how many
child actors,
we had or something.
Which is actually pretty close because we have 4 times the amount of like child actors in our program, which makes sense, right? We are a children's theater company.
Yeah.
But like, I think a lot of times youth performers get overlooked in professional settings.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not like super familiar with the way that when professional companies need like a child role filled, how they go about it. But it is crazy to think that like we kind of have this like perfect Rolodex of very talented, very like hungry to perform children who could like at a moment's notice drop into stuff. And that's not to say, not to knock the kids who like are already working. I know I have like 2 or 3 students who fly back and forth to different places. I'm sure you've got as many students at NYU from last year, kids all over the country, kids who like take what they learned here and then kind of go out into the world.
That's crazy.
This was a question that like I was going to ask later, but it feels like appropriate now.